Logan Paul is reviled by the WWE crowd, but his concept of teaming up with another universally hated heel could make him even more disliked. Paul, who has already detailed why he likes being a heel in WWE, said in a recent edition of his Impulsive podcast that he pitched to Triple H about perhaps partnering with Dominik Mysterio. WWE Women's World Champion Liv Morgan was a guest on Paul's show, where the YouTube sensation revealed his desire to team with the Judgment Day star. "I'll just say it, I pitched Triple H, like, me and Dom tag team," stated Paul. "It didn't seem like it was off the table. I just wasn't sure if there was room for you, Morgan, in that tag team." Later in the show, Morgan asked Paul why he decided to pair up with Dominik. The WWE star answered, saying that teaming alongside Dominik may work well because both of them are loathed by fans. "Because I feel like we're the two biggest villains in the WWE, and I feel like we would kick ass in WWE, and, most importantly, I like him off camera. Like, we could hang out. Super cool. So if we have that off-camera relationship and on-screen chemistry, I feel there's promise there," he continued. Paul, though, pondered how Morgan could be brought to the mix. The former United States champion had previously disclosed that he has a strong relationship with Dominik, while also saying that he aspires to win a tag team title with the Judgment Day star. Paul and Dominik have shared the ring once in the past, at WrestleMania 38, where the former had paired with The Miz to face off against Dominik and his Hall of Fame father, Rey Mysterio. Liv Morgan recently came on Logan Paul's Impulsive podcast and addressed her incarceration from a few years back for the very first time. Liv Morgan claimed she would have been a bit more angry with her run-in with the cops if she had a lousy mugshot image, but her image ended up coming out extremely lovely and she surprisingly enjoyed it. Liv even disclosed the chat she had with the police officer that was taking the mugshot. The police officer assured Liv Morgan that she would surely go viral with that mugshot because it was just so good. As far as things go with Liv Morgan right now on television, she has a jammed-up schedule. She's still feuding with Rhea Ripley. She just beat her down during NXT, so we can surely expect to see at least one more confrontation between Rhea and Liv. Liv is also dealing with Nia Jax at the moment and will have the opportunity to bring home the Crown Jewel Women's title, and then on top of that, you also have Liv's relationships with Raquel Rodriguez and Dominik Mysterio. So who knows where all that leads to in the future, but what are your thoughts on today's stories? Leave your thoughts below. Don't forget to subscribe with all alerts on, and leave a like if you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, guys. Let's get back into the Judgment Day's key stories because a lot is heating up there. Finn Baylor about to screw Dominik Mysterio. You got a lot going on right now in the group, but the one big story that appears like it'll having enormous repercussions for the future is the current Dominik Mysterio narrative. Dominik has announced his aim to become World Heavyweight Champion in recent weeks, and when Dominik made that admission to his fellow Judgment Day participants, he was not exactly met with the most warm and encouraging reactions. The group basically laughed it off, and even Liv Morgan did not seem so confident about that dream for Dominik. And even on the October 28th edition of Raw, Dominik openly recognized the Judgment Day's disbelief in him winning the world title, but he vowed he was going to prove them all wrong. Despite the group being unsure if he can achieve his big goal or not, Carlito still got Dominik his match against a former world champion, with the stipulation from Adam Pearce being that Dominik would get a number 1 contenders match for the world title if he beat this former world champion. The former world champion was Damian Priest, and because to a lot of outside interference from Carlito, JD, and Liv Morgan, Dominik was able to earn the swift roll-up victory over Damian Priest. With this win over Damian Priest, Adam Pearce will have to hold up his promise and now place Dominik in a number 1 contenders battle for the World Heavyweight title. So even though things are looking as perfect as ever for Dominik, here's the main issue with this entire situation. Liv, Carlito, and JD acted alone to go help Dominik Mysterio win the match against Damian Priest. Finn Baylor was not a part of those plans and was not even notified about what they would be doing. WWE broadcast a piece following Dominik's triumph that truly highlighted the picture even more plainly. Finn is the only one sitting in the Judgment Day's locker room while the rest of the members walk in with Dominik after his tremendous win. Finn congratulates Dominik, but then pulls JD McDonough over to the side to basically scold him in private for making that move and decision without running it by him first. Finn said that the tag team titles should be their priority and to run all future decisions like that by him first before doing it. JD answered by challenging Finn on why he had to run everything past him now. This is a significant hypercritical time for Finn Baylor since following Rhea and Damian's exit from the group. His main pitch to the new members was that Judgment Day has no leader, how they don't answer to anyone, and they reign together. While less than a few months after expressing that, Finn is once again pushing for everything to be run by him first, which effectively shows that he sees himself as the leader of the group after all. Another potential theme here for Finn is jealousy. It was a major story back in 2023, but Finn Baylor has been desperately trying to win back a WWE World title himself ever since 2016 but has been unsuccessful all the way till this time. This is the reason why Finn Baylor basically screwed Damian Priest out of the world title at SummerSlam. Finn did not love watching Damian strolling around as world champion while he's still in a world title drought himself. So Finn waited till the perfect chance to help take the championship off Damian Priest, and it looks like that world title jealousy element is coming back into play here with this new Dominik situation. In Finn's mind, he's absolutely thinking that it's outrageous for Dominik Mysterio to get a world title opportunity before he does, so that's why it looks like Finn was not jumping at the opportunity to help Dominik against Damian Priest because he was quietly hoping that Dominik lost and did not get closer to the world title before he does himself. But thanks to the other Judgment Day members coming to Dominik's help, Dominik is going inch closer to the world title opportunity now, and Finn is not thrilled about it at all. So maybe it's not an overly personal thing against Dominik Mysterio, but Finn is simply furious and jealous because he believes that it should be him getting the opportunity because he perceives himself as superior than any of the other Judgment Day members. So with Finn now backstepping on what he said about the group having no leader, everyone is anticipating for Finn to somehow cost Dominik either the #1 contenders battle or the title event itself. Maybe it's purposeful. Or maybe Finn puts it off as being accidental, but it clearly looks like Finn Baylor just would not allow Dominik Mysterio to become world champion before he can become world champion himself. This is setting up a potential triple heel turn for Finn Baylor. We say so because he was already heel prior to SummerSlam, but then he turned on Damian Priest for the double heel turn, and now if he's gonna be purposefully start spoiling big matches for his group members, maybe you can look at that as a triple heel turn for Finn Baylor. So keep your watch on Finn Baylor because he will not help Dominik Mysterio in any way.